Hey, what's up? Improvement Warrior, Jason Yun, back with you again. Hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are. I just got back from a workout. I was doing a sprint workout at the track, and on my last, it wasn't supposed to be my last, but I made it my last. It was my third set of 70-yard sprints. I felt a little pinch, and I would have pushed it a little harder, but I backed off. I probably would have pulled my muscle. So good thing I stopped, but now it is time to address that, because anytime you are working out and you feel something, it's time to switch that workout up completely or stop it completely. So I didn't stop that workout completely. I did some jump training and some toe work and all that stuff. But yeah, you can't. Especially, you have to determine what the damage is, because you don't want to do any more damage. This is just a soft tissue thing that pretty sure I can get out with these mobilizations here. So it was the inner thigh right here, and when I put it across, I can feel it pulling. So it's a little tender, and basically the tools of the trade that I've got today is I've got the Battle Star and then the little rollers, so you can just use a foam roller or a PVC pipe. That'll work just fine, but this is awesome. This will take it up a notch. So it goes foam roller, then you got the PVC pipe, then you got this. It's got these little knots on it that will just completely destroy the muscle, or not destroy the muscle, destroy the trigger points, get them out of there, get you feeling good. Then we got the lacrosse ball, and then softball, this is softball, lacrosse ball, okay? Lacrosse ball is not gonna work because the muscle is where it's at, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with that. And I also have the Hoodoo Band. Hoodoo Band, everybody should have. So this is what I use whenever I'm feeling tweaks and stuff. I'll use this last. And then also a kettlebell. So I'm gonna use the handle of the kettlebell to try and get this out. But basically, what you would do, what I'm going to do, and you can do this as well because we don't want injuries to occur. So inner groin and hips is where we're going to work today, and getting these muscles out, or getting these trigger points and getting the muscle recovered. Okay, so basically I'm going to make like an L shape on the roller. I'm going to get it up. That's close to that area that feels that tender spot, okay? And then I'm just gonna roll back and forth, okay? I wanna make sure I'm breathing properly so I'm not holding my breath, because if you hold your breath, your muscles tense up, you're wasting your time, okay? So sometimes it really, really hurts, so you really have to focus on proper breathing at all times, okay? So there it is, okay? Not really feeling it too much when I'm digging in here with this, but basically you just go back and forth on the inner groin. If you are feeling trigger points, just stay in one trigger point, try and flex it, and then let it all out and sink deeper into the roller, okay? And then you're just basically going back and forth, and then you can slide your body up and down, side to side on that area. Once you feel that you clear that area, then you move down an inch or two, and you continue to repeat the process on down the leg, okay? And then get all the way down to where you're just above the knee. Obviously with deep tissue work, foam rolling, that kind of stuff, lacrosse balls, you don't want to be on the bone, you want to be just on the muscles, okay? But another instrument is the softball, okay? And the smaller we can get the implement, the better. Oh, and I can really feel it with this. Okay, so I found that spot, and basically I'm going to just tack and dig, and I'm just moving my leg back and forth, trying to find the area. Oh, right there. Okay, we're going to get this out. Okay, but mobility, working on mobility every single day. All right, you are your ultimate machine. We take care of our cars, all that stuff. You got to take care of your body, otherwise it will break down, okay? If you can't squat to parallel, if you can't do the squat sit test, That's some issues with some hip. That's some issues with some knee. That's some issues with some low back, ankle mobility, all that stuff. Because we don't just end up like an old person and moving like an old person, and we're not able to get off the floor in like 3 seconds. So that's a good test to be able to test how mobile and agile you are. Is lie down on the floor, stomach first, get up as fast as you can, see how long it takes you. Lie on your back, get up off the floor, see how long it takes you. Right? Yeah. So you would do both legs. I'm just working on the one area, obviously, because I've got that pain there. I just want to get it out as soon as possible. Okay. So most of the time I do feel it's my knee that bothers me, from either like squats or stuff like that, squat lunges. And I'll use the Hoodoo Band immediately, which I'll show you here next. Okay, but yeah, I can really feel it with that. With the kettlebell, you just use the handle, okay, and you can do this on the whole leg, okay, or certain areas. I usually will use this on my hip. I've used it on my psoas before. It really helps when I tweak my back. It was actually it's just the mobilization that really helped me. Oh yeah, this one's even better. And obviously I'm using my hands to take the weight off. So you do that, use your hands, use your other leg, take as much weight off as you can, but you do want to put as much pressure into the implement as you can. So it's like a deep tissue massage without having to go to somebody and paying them. So it's like a free masseuse. Okay, but I just recently learned getting massages from a massage therapist is a good thing to do because you are actually stealing their electrons. You may have heard me say, that life is fundamentally about electrons, protons, and photons. And that is absolutely true. So when they're pushing on you and doing that stuff, you are stealing their electrons. Okay. So massage therapist, if you are watching this, you got to get a way to get those electrons back. Best way is through earth, so either earthing or grounding and sunlight, and certain foods, seafood being number one, fats being number two. Oh, Lord. Okay. And you will find those spots, okay? But the more you do it, the better it'll be. Okay. The other mobilization I just did, I think last week, was for the upper back. Okay. So I see people with those rounded backs. I just want to go over to them and just try and straighten them out. It looks so painful. I cannot imagine having rounded back like that, which rounds your shoulders, which means you can't train properly, you can't feel the muscles properly, which means workouts are more of a waste of time. So you'd be better off doing mobilizations and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So it's getting better. So I can now pull across with a lot less pain. And then the Voodoo Band, I've done it on my hip before, and usually it crosses the groin. So Voodoo Band, awesome. You can do ankle, knee, hip, elbow, wrist, shoulder is all the areas that I've typically done. But basically we want to get it. Lucy's hair is everywhere. Okay. So basically we're going to wrap it. And the ankle, the knee, the hip is typically an area you can wrap yourself. The other areas you typically need somebody else to help you. And basically you want to try and get 75% tension with 50% overlap with each lap that you do around the muscle. So it needs to be tight. This is not something you're going to be wearing for a long time. I put this on people and they've actually left the studio, and I had to call them and say, come back and take that off, because you're going to lose your arm, you're going to lose your leg, or whatever. So whenever it gets too tingly, take it off. And then when you do have it on, you want to try and move through the range of motion that hurts the most. Okay. So for me, it was just basically pulling across. Okay. But you should want to get as much range of motion through there as you can. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. And I have done this a lot on my shoulder, but my shoulder's pretty much 95 to 100% better. Okay. But this is like Miracle Band. Highly suggest getting it. Rogue Fitness makes it. Elite FTS also has one. Okay. But remember, any form of exercise, you want to recover from that exercise. Okay. So nutrition will play a role, mobilizations will play a role, hydration with non-fluoridated water will play a role. Sleep is probably the biggest one, okay, in terms of your recovery. So if your sleep sucks, your recovery is going to suck. And then if you continue to do that over and over again, that's how the body breaks down, and then the lytic diseases occur. Okay. All right. So we'll take this off. See how it feels. Okay. Still there a little. Okay. But feels a lot better. Okay. And then, of course, if you don't have a specific injury, you would just do it on both sides. Okay. But if you do feel an injury, you would do something on both sides. So I need to do this on the other side as well, because we don't want to feel, or we don't want to injure that side as well. Okay. So both sides need to be equally trained, equally recovered, in order for you to be awesome, be the improvement warrior. Okay. But where was I? I was talking about, injuries, they are going to occur. The more you train, you just got to do it. You just got to stay consistent and all that stuff. Because if you're not working out, then the body is slowly going to decay and slowly going to get more decrepit. Okay. Study after study is already coming out saying that inactivity is just as bad as smoking cigarettes. So if you're 40 or 50 or higher and you're not working out, that's a big issue. And even if you're younger, that's where it starts. Okay, we got to start young, stay consistent through life. Okay, one of the big things, one of the big modern day aging diseases is osteoporosis. All right, there's been studies showing that people in their 30s and 40s are now getting it, or they're at least getting signs of osteopenia, which is the precursor to osteoporosis. Strength training, number one for laying down new bone and rebuilding it, strengthening it up. So get it in, get your workouts in, get your recovery in, and if you need help, let me know. There's a hashtag on the description, Mobilizations with Yun. Look it up, and then you can go to my YouTube channel. I've got different playlists, different videos. All you have to do is type in mobilization in the search bar, and they'll come up. So whatever injury is ailing you, all that stuff. What's up, Angie? Psoas, yes, psoas is a big issue. So that's one of the areas when I tweak my back, I really work on the psoas to help it, because every muscle is connected. Okay, so wherever you're feeling pain, it's usually not that area. It's usually upstream, downstream, or off to the side. It's usually not the area that is being affected. So that's it. Have a great day. Stay strong, stay positive, Be the improvement warrior.